Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Monday, October 1st, 2018, here with your free live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So, I didn't do Dog of the Day video today. We just don't have enough games. And, well, I guess we do. But it's kind of preseason NBA basketball. The lines generally don't come out late. One of the baseball games, there was no line last night. And then we just had the one baseball game and Monday Night Football. Both those are going to be premium picks. So we have those. We have the show. We'll be back on the Dog of the Day again tomorrow. Not a big deal, but of course we're here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I posted up both the NFL and the college football podcast. I'm going to do a few different podcasts. The way that Tony and I are going to do it, we're going to do on Sunday nights. We're just going to take a look at those opening lines. You know, there's always opening lines for the following NFL week, and there's always opening lines for college football that come out on Sunday night. So what we're doing is we're doing a podcast show on Sunday nights of college football, NFL. And really, we have a couple other ones, but I didn't post those up. You can find those over on SoundCloud, and soon you'll be able to find them over on iTunes probably in the next day or so. I'll make that announcement hopefully on tomorrow's live show and also in Dog of the Day for tomorrow. And, you know, it's a work in progress, but what we want to do is look at these games early. Look at some of these early lines and, you know, try and predict the ones that are going to move. And, you know, we did the show last night right after the Sunday night NFL game, and the lines were already moving. So it's, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, this week is another one of those weeks where just not a lot of real big-time college football matchups like that are just big games. There's a few, but there's not really a ton of them. So those are the ones, you know. So those are the ones. And when we went through the lines last night, I would say 70 to 80% of the lines already had movement in them. Some of them, there was a line that moved 3 or 4 points already in college football this week. So just craziness. I think what we're starting to see is the sharp money is moving really quickly on the teams that cover point spreads. So they want to get in, the sharp money wants to get in right on the release. They have teams that, you know, cover the spread that have really bad public perception but cover the spread a lot. And what they're doing is jumping on those teams right on the release of the line. And that's pretty much what we could tell from that early line movement. And hopefully you get a chance to listen to that show. Of course, we'll do the more in-depth show. The college football show was about 45 minutes. The NFL show was probably pretty long too. But we'll have the more in-depth show that we do on Tuesday nights. And by then, usually have the injury reports in and a lot of those things, any upcoming weather and things like that. I know some people say, oh, it's too early to do the show or whatever. It's not too early. We've been doing it that way for years. And, of course, we have free picks on every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. And, of course, we have our best bets at sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. We have best bets from, you know, myself and other experts at sportschatexperts.com. So plenty of places that we give out picks. So we really just had one guy who was complaining about that it's so early in the week that how could this possibly mean anything. Well, I think we give out plenty of information, and I think we give out plenty for free too. So, I mean, I know we have premium picks, and I never say, oh, you have to buy our premium picks or anything like that. But at the end of the day, we give out more free than everybody else combined. So, you know, good luck with it, you know. I mean, it's the best we can do. Of course, today we got preseason NBA basketball. We have Major League Baseball and Monday Night Football. I said yesterday in the Facebook group I was hoping that we would have baseball today, and we do. You know, as I was saying yesterday, and I've been saying for the past month, that baseball season should have been over about a month ago, and then when push came to shove, I wanted an extra day of playoff games. So I guess I just like sports. I can't help it. Anyways, of course, we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Our best bet's always over at sportschatexperts.com, sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. But let's take a look at the schedule really quick. I know that Cubs-Brewers line came out really late because the Brewers couldn't decide if they were going to exactly what they were going to do when it came to starting pitching. But they did decide, and they have Ulysses Chacin on the mound up against Quintana. Quintana, 6 appearances against the Brewers this year. He has been the kryptonite of the Brewers. They have gotten to him a few times, though. And, you know, they started the season, I don't know if you guys probably don't remember that far, or maybe you do, and we do this a lot, right, so you guys probably do remember, but yeah, if you have picks or predictions, the place to do it is not on my video, it's to do it in the Facebook group. We have posts on it. This is my show, so it's enough. Yeah, if you have picks, go ahead, put them in the Facebook group. That's what it's there for. But you have your own post. You post your picks, and everybody does it. Or there's a post about the game. You could write your whole opinion up there as to why you like those picks. You do everything. If you want to have a show on YouTube where you get on here and you talk, well, by all means, set up a channel and do it. I encourage you to do it. But as far as taking my show and turning it into your pick show, well, I think that's pretty much where I draw the line. Now, my back is a little better, but certainly not close to 100%. The NFL lines do move. If somebody's not playing, somebody gets suspended, or somebody gets traded, things happen. They move. They definitely move. But the college lines probably move more because they're bigger, generally. Anyways, let's take a look at that game in Wrigley Field. Chacin and Quintana. Quintana's had some pretty good success against the Brewers this year. Ulysses Chacin, it's been pretty decent himself. These guys face off often, and Quintana's gotten the best of it the last 2 outings. Back on September 5th and on September 11th. These teams both faced off against each other. They also played against each other on August 14th, with the Brewers winning 7-0 at Wrigley. So these teams have played each other a ton. They know each other pretty well, and they know these pitchers. I'm going to expect that you're going to have a fairly quick hook, if need be, in these games. So, I'm going to have a premium pick on the side, but with the total set at 8, I have to like the over here. I just think that there's familiarity with these pitchers. I think they've seen them enough. They've pushed their luck, and the wind blowing out slightly at Wrigley Field today, about 7-8 miles an hour blowing out. It's about 65 degrees. Overcast Chicago skies for today's playoff game at Wrigley, and it's kind of it's crazy, right? They play 162 games. They play 162 games, and really it all boils down to one game. And then the loser of this game, it really boils down to one game. They'll be, they could be out and done, in one day, which is crazy. Which just means maybe they should shrink the regular season and expand the wild card or something. It's just the regular season is enough at the end of the season. And look, 162 games. Oh, you need to play it out. Look how close it was or whatever. Still didn't decide it. So, a month and a half ago would have been a great time to end the season. So I like the over in the Cubs-Brewers game. So Marcus Woods has a question. Is it wise to bet the NBA preseason? If you win, it is. If you win. I think the NBA is one of the toughest sports to cover. I have, of course, friends that are, bookies or whatever you want to call them, guys that take bets, and they always say if they know they're going to get crushed if they get a referral client that comes out betting big money on NBA totals. And so that's really where it is. Yeah, I think it should be a 3-game playoff too. Double elimination or whatever you call it format. Maybe even add, a couple teams or something and have it kind of like a round robin double elimination format. Give the teams, that won the division, a few days off to rest that staff. So, now these guys are in the playoff. Then tomorrow they're gonna have, obviously with the Rockies and the Dodgers. I think their pitching staffs are a little deeper than what the Cubs or the Brewers have, at least at the top of the rotation. But I just think that the Rockies, like I said, the Rockies and the Dodgers both have deeper rotations. So, it might affect them a little less. But, I mean, the Cubs, the Brewers, teams like the Red Sox, they don't have a lot of answers, when it comes to starting pitching. So, it'll be interesting to see how this postseason shakes out. I'm still predicting that I like the Houston Astros in the World Series. I think they play the Rockies or the Brewers, to be honest. Those are the teams that are playing the best baseball. Oakland A's, of course, outside puncher's chance. But outside of that, I would put everybody else at very, very long odds, including the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have no pitching to get them there. Nothing. Anyways, let's get to our next pick of today's show. We'll go to Monday Night Football. We'll break up the... Got the Chiefs and the Broncos, Mile High Stadium on Monday night. The total set at 54.5, down from 55. Generally, I like to go against the grain if the total is being pushed one way or another, if the point spread is being pushed one way or another. I generally see a lot of late public money doing that, and I generally like to be on the other side of it. I think I'm going to be on the other side of it again. I kind of like the over here. I think that this is somewhat of a defensive game when you get inside the division in a night game. I think that's what you generally see. But I kind of like the over in this one. I think that we are going to see some quick hit scoring for both teams. I think we're going to see some pretty good defense here too. But I think we'll see some quick hit scoring. Broncos kind of under the radar at 2-1 heading into this one, while the Chiefs, of course, 3-0. Patrick Mahomes, he's the story. I did not like the draft pick coming out of college. I thought he was a system quarterback. I will say I was dead wrong on that one. But he looks great. He keeps up what he's doing, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, early in his career to say that, but he certainly has the skills to do that kind of stuff. Just a matter of if Andy Reid can get him there, because we've seen Andy Reid have some great teams and has 0 Super Bowl rings. Matter of fact, he's got one Super Bowl appearance. So, usually his teams, something always seems to happen. Yeah, Keenum has been turning the ball over in bunches. Yeah, we had some joker who thinks he's better than us over on YouTube, troll. See, it's I think that you call me out, or whatever, you want to call me names, or like this guy, wow, gee, it really gets me. How about this? Yeah, how about this, man? You won't, because you won't ever show your face. I would respect it a lot more and care a lot more if you showed your face and said, here, this is who I am, like I do. It's called guts, and you have 0. You're a coward. Just a coward. Well, I think your mommy's calling you. It's like, what a joke. It's like, if you want to call me out, you want to do whatever, hey, show your face, you say your name, this is who I am, this is where I am, right? I'm here, this is my name, this is my face, you want to call me out? Here I am, baby. And yeah, if you want to talk about the Rams, a great place to do that is in our Facebook group. Well, Milwaukee's got a roof, so we don't have to worry about the snow, Dave. Anyways, I like the over in the Chiefs Broncos. That's a lean at best. I'll be honest about that. Don't love it. Get to our last pick of today's show. Just not a lot of stuff on the schedule. I think tomorrow's show will probably really be reaching too. I think the NHL starts. The regular season starts very soon too. It starts Wednesday, so it'll give us something to do. Got Canadians and Leafs, Bruins, Caps, Flames, Canucks, and Ducks, Sharks all playing on Wednesday. Marcus Woods has a question here. Normally I don't try to take most of the questions from Facebook, but Marcus has been with us forever. So Marcus says this, and I'm gonna tell you the God's the honest truth answer on this one. Why do people have to be jerks for no reason? The reason why they're jerks for no reason is because they feel that they're entitled. That they feel that because I do the show, and because I have a website that has millions and millions of people that go to it, and I have these things, and they don't. Well, they're jealous. So what they do is they try and tear me down, and I think the bottom line is, and I will say this to all of you guys out there, and it's the truth, anybody could have a website like we have. Anybody has, anybody could have a website out there. Anybody could have a, anybody could have a Facebook page. Anybody could have, could do YouTube videos every day and have a large audience. Everyone could do live shows. Everyone could do all of those things, Are you willing to put in the hours that it takes to build this into something consistent? When you go to Sports Chat Place, it's not like one day we post an article or we just say, Cubs, Bears, Vikings, whatever. We never do that. We do a complete write-up on every single game, every single day. We do a video every single day. We do a live show every single day. You never hear me say, oh, I was sick, I broke my leg, any of those things. You guys know you're more likely to see me in the hospital, in traction, holding up the camera, stuck to a cast with me doing the show, than giving you some excuse as to why I'm not doing the show. And that's really the difference, between having a successful show, website, all of those things, and not. And the people that come on here and they make these comments and they just, they threaten me, right? They threaten me, but they won't even show their face. Yeah, the haters are gonna hate. We know that, and it's jealousy. And it's a sad look in the mirror at the disappointment that their life is and their situation. And they feel the way that they feel better about the losers that they are is to try and tear down other people. It's called get a life, get your shit together, get out of mommy's basement, and then maybe someone will listen to you and someone will care what you have to say. And then maybe you won't have to sit there showing your Rolex in the thing, your fake Rolex, and your $100 bill around a stack of ones, And maybe you won't have to do that, and maybe you could have a real audience and a real life. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to talking about sports. Oh. Anyways, our last pick of today's show. Sorry about that, guys. Our last pick of today's show. I just had it. Our last pick of today's show. I'm gonna go to. Let's go to the NBA preseason. Got the Sixers taking on the Magic in Game 1, and kind of like the Sixers in this one. They have a lot of talent, of course, lots of young guys, and I think, they have, some players that don't get to play that much that are really talented. I think, the preseason comes down to depth. They're also home, so they're going to care a little more in this one. So I'm going to take the 76ers. We're going to lay 7.5 points, and that'll be my third and final pick for today's show. Once again, I'm sorry for that rant. I'm also getting sick of getting jabbed on. I think I've been doing this for 10 years, so I've been pretty thick-skinned about, the emails and the messages and everything that I get from people. Generally, I'm pretty thick-skinned about it, but at a certain point, I would love to, at the very least, show your face and say who you really are. And all those other things, whatever, but at least show your face, man up. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be talking sports. Enough of those people. I do that about once a year or so, and today was the day. Just not a lot going on. Have a great Monday Night Football, and of course we got daytime, weekday sports with baseball. We have a bunch of it this week. So have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow.